Welcome, folks, to the final part of Super Mario Galaxy. The showdown between Mario and King Bowser Koopa, whose nose looks really wriggly. But he's going to create his own galaxy in the center of the universe. Now, from everything I know about stellar physics and things like that, which admittedly is nothing, isn't the center of the universe supposed to have a lot of pressure applied to it?
Supposedly, yeah.
Okay, well, he has a turtle shell, so that should provide a little bit of resistance.
Nah.
And his big threat of stomping me, which I think he said in every fight and doesn't sound that intimidating, has begun.
Yeah, well.
Alright, let's get this show started.
Always with this game, laws of physics need not apply.
Exactly. I was doing a shockwave trick. Now we got a little maneuver here. Remember the comets I was hitting before, or those meteorites? They had the weak spot, which was the red core area. In this instance, Bowser is the red core area. He's gonna smack him in the face. You'd be surprised how long it took me to figure that out the first time I played this. Because you gotta time it right, otherwise he's gonna hit you. And hissy fit time. But again, just dodge the shockwaves. I want that coin.
Bowser's such a child.
Lure him in, make him bust the coin for you. He is just a big bully, basically.
Yeah.
Some of his schemes can seem a little bit more intimidating, like, well, for example, trying to take over the entire universe. But, okay, this part here...
Dude, missed.
Well, so did he, somehow. You gotta hit him with these
springs.
I don't know.
He rolled right on top of you.
I'm awesome. So yeah, as you saw right there, you gotta hit the springy things. But the thing is, you don't need to wait until he's actually rolling around, folks. Just shut him up. And it's as simple as that.
Keeps running over those things, flattening them.
Yeah, but as you saw from the first Planetoid and now this one, hitting him twice doesn't end the fight, it moves you to the next part. This is the final showdown inside the core of the sun at the center of the universe. Yes.
I'm hearing Ultimate Showdown. I'm sorry.
So in this instance, he goes really, really quickly with that double spike shell ball trick. Which I don't really know how he creates it because he only got the one shell, but then again, it worked in Bowser's Inside Story, so we won't question it here.
No, let's not.
Alright, that means he's at one hit left. He's gonna go crazy with fireballs here. They're easy enough to dodge. And shockwaves are incoming, so watch out for the shockwaves. Oh, and the fireballs! Yeah, I forgot we're fighting on a round object. The fireballs will circle! As does Bowser himself. But after that fails to do anything, he's going to do his ground pound.
Oh.
As we've always done, get him to land on the blue shielded area, and he will hurt himself. Ooh, money. I got distracted by shiny thing. Alright, and the final hit has been delivered. And here we're going to get into the scene that proves that New Super Mario Bros. On the DS was just a what-if story. Down Bowser goes, falling into the sun, and poof. At this point, I was seriously wondering, is that really the end of Bowser? Because we've never really seen anything that serious happen before. But we'll figure out his fate later on. Right now we got the Grand Star, the 7th one. How come 7 is always the things you have to collect? 7 Grand Stars, or 7 Kings in Super Mario Bros. 3. 7 Chaos Emeralds, 7 Secret Rings.
7's a magic number, supposedly.
Good. It's also my favorite number. So I'm not complaining, I'm just curious.
I like 13.
That's,
It's an odd number.
Anywho, I like this part here because Mario flies up with the Grand Star. And as we see in a moment, for whatever reason, the airship that Bowser Jr. was on is kind of toppled over, and Peach is just, you know, falling down. So as we swoop on by, Mario saves the princess. Doesn't even give Bowser Jr. a second thought. He's going off spiraling to share his own dad's fate. I think at this point Mario's like, you know, you guys have been messing with me for so long, I don't care anymore. You go, you say hi to Mr. Sun, you tell me how that feels. Oh, you can't? You're dead? Oh, too bad. But as we're seeing here, this is not looking good. This planet seems to be breaking up.
Yep, seems to be.
The molten rock pieces are sinking in. We got solar flares firing off, and as we see here, Bowser is completely unscathed from falling in the sun. I've said in many playthroughs that I Google searched it, and suns are many times hotter than lava. So how the frig in New Super Mario Bros. For the DS did Bowser die from falling in lava? He didn't, because that game didn't happen. But that's a rant for another day.
Yeah.
Poor Bowser is a little upset. His plan to have a galaxy-wide empire taking over the entire universe has kind of gone up in smoke. And speaking of things going up, the sun goes supernova into a black hole.
Yeah. Not good.
But luckily, we've already escaped, so we can escape from the black hole, which... Actually, no, we can't. Mario! Peach! No, even the observatory! Even the airships are sinking in.
Fine.
It's kind of neat because you actually see them sort of breaking apart right there. The wood's just like splintering off of it. So how are we going to save the world, the universe, everything? Luma, do you have any ideas? Bye? What do you mean, bye? What's happening? All the Lumas are jumping in. So this apparently proves the age-old riddle of how do you stop a black hole? Stuff a bunch of stars in it.
I still don't think that'll work, but whatever.
It's a riddle that's plagued mankind since the days of cavemen. I'm sure.
I'm sure cavemen knew that black holes existed.
They probably had a thought. So anyway, we see the twisty-turniness of which I can only describe as an alternate Big Bang Theory.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Featuring considerably less Sheldon than expected, but...
Yeah.
So here we're getting into a little bit of a confusing ending scene. First of all, look at the size of Rosalina. Okay, I don't know why she's so big, but as we hear there's some faint crying in the background, which are the baby Lumas which are being reborn.
Mm-hmm.
So I think what they're trying to get at is that the black hole basically absorbed, it was a whole new Big Bang. Everything got absorbed into it, and when it erupted, the entire galaxy, or the entire universe, as she's kind of saying here, was reborn.
Mm-hmm.
But the cycle never continues the same way, as she says. So this kind of leaves you to wonder, what exactly is she talking about?
Seriously.
But we'll see.
My thoughts are, we'll see what?
We'll see exactly what she means, maybe? It still doesn't really clearly explain. But, yeah. That was the end of Super Mario Galaxy. Oh wait, this is the end of Super Mario Galaxy. I love those poofball fireworks that they have in Japan. I kind of like ours better. And by ours, I mean Chinese. Even though we're Canadian. But anyway, Mario wakes up. He's outside the castle. It's all back to normal. Okay. And there's birds.
Oh, yeah.
Happy birds.
He had a butterfly on his hat.
A guppy! I saw a guppy! Look! More poofballs!
Yep.
Everything seems intact. Wait, why is the airship here going in the water? Why is Bowser Jr. dancing happily?
That's just creepy.
Why? How come the pumpkin Goombas are dancing? What? Everybody's all together and they're happy. They're celebrating. Here we see Peach is okay. And off to the other side, we see our other royalty is okay. Sort of.
Looks a little drunk, but other than that.
So I think what they're trying to, imply here is that Mario, Peach, and Bowser all remember what happened, but somehow they were reborn in this new timeline where, as we've seen from Bowser Jr. on the airship, the Koopas aren't necessarily the bad guys. They're kind of with the Mushroom Kingdom. So that's a happy ending in my book. But then as we see from New Super Mario Bros. Wii, Bowser's right back to his old tricks, so I think what happens is he goes back to his castle, sits in his throne, and says, "Alright, I'm back in charge. We're doing things my way again." But Pop, we've been friends with the Mushroom Kingdom for years. Yeah? Tough. I have the entire game collection. I know what happened. But, folks, that was Super Mario Galaxy. What did you think of the game?
It's pretty cool.
Quite epic on its grand scale. Having Mario go from... Although they say from galaxy to galaxy, it's still technically just like systems of planets and things like that. But
True.
in the terms of the name of the game itself, we'll kind of let that slide.
Oh yeah, let's.
But I do think this was, like, quite a few people agree with the thought that this is Mario's best platformer to date. After this, they did create Super Mario Galaxy 2, which we will do a playthrough of that at some point. Although, I'm going to complain a little bit, because it's not as focused on the story as this was. I mean, you know, everybody plays Mario games for the dramatic story. Peach gets kidnapped. Rescue Peach. The end.
That's about the size of it.
But the problem with Mario Galaxy 2, although it does follow that same story feature, it doesn't even really relate to this first one. There's not even really any references, but we'll get to that once we get to that game. So, I think that basically covers our playthrough of Super Mario Galaxy.
Yeah.
So we're going to sign off here, let you listen to the rest of the credits as they are. So, for .coms, the Dottendo Commentaries, this has been Chaz.
And Tanya.
And we'll see you next time.
Thank you so much for playing my game!